Hi guys, how's it going? Thanks for tuning in to my personal blog. Haven't done one, they're so sporadic right now. I think it's just really weird times. Normally I'd be doing my video blogs if we got a gig or something going on, and it's something that I really kind of want to do more of over the coming months. So much planned for Tearfallz, so much planned for Remnants, and it's I just figured I'd do this personal blog so it's away from Facebook Live, and sort of be part of the launch, almost like looking back over the last 2 years. So for anyone who's checked out the singles tonight, just thought it'd be really cool, rather than doing like a single, let me just turn that down a second, hold on. So rather than doing like a single, just like one song and release it, we thought it'd be really cool to kind of do a triple single, so like an A side and then 2 B sides. And I think the advantage of that is to sort of give like a kind of like an overview really of where Tearfallz, the scope that Tearfallz can do. I've already over the last 2 years been on stages with different people at different shows. I think that's something that I can really kind of like embrace, as like, because essentially Tearfallz is me, and then it just has like different influences that kind of come in. Live shows, I can have a special guest that come and join me for a couple of songs, and it just opens the world to multiple possibilities for writing or expression of me, and and also live shows to bring in different artists, or to do like a show, because my brother is going to join me on like a show down in Somerset, so he'll be on stage, and he sort of said you'd be up for that. My bass player from Remnants of Eden, he's up for doing a festival that I've been booked for in October. But where should we start? So we've got all the time in the world, right? So we can just take our times. So welcome to my home. I'm Katie, and it's there's no question, it's just really strange times right now. I'm still really creative with my music and really enjoying the freedom that Tearfallz brings, and I think we'll get onto Remnants later, but so I figured to do the video blog, to do like a post kind of like launch for tonight. Funny enough, today is the first anniversary of my YouTube premieres. So I didn't realise that, because for some reason it's kind of falling on like the 17th of every month. Not every month, but like it always seems to be like the 17th. I don't know why, and this has become a thing now. There's genuinely no there's no link to what 17 is. My birthday's on the 5th, so I don't know, but it is the first anniversary of the YouTube premieres, which I guess goes some way to say that it's been a year without being on stage, because the premieres were brought about by being able to kind of sort of say, right, okay, I'm going to do this on this date, just to keep me sane, really, so I can't quite remember when Tearfallz would launch, but it's officially past its 2-year birthday. It was initially kind of birthed out of a time where I was in between bands, if you could say that. So Tearfallz was kind of like a case of just sitting on my bed and writing a couple of songs, and one of those songs happens to be Runaway, which was written right at the beginning of of the birth of Tearfallz. And you know, anybody who knows me knows that I'm a bit of a runaway. You know, I sort of lived at various places all over the UK, and so it was kind of, you know, that was where I poured it into. I think A Night to Remember was also written around that time, and I always envisioned that would be the single as well, because it's a great song. But you know, as I say, the years of just 2 years have gone by, and you know, things happen, and I'm now in Essex, and you know, pretty settled now in life, and it's given me time to reflect on my writing and being able to breathe a bit more as a guitarist, because those that know that, you know, I've had various sort of bass guitar roles in bands across the years, but primarily I'm a vocalist, and enjoy the lead vocal role, but to play guitar, you know, in any essence, is like being able suddenly to bring some creativity, you know, and I've really had fun with these tracks. So one of the songs for the triple debut single is Runaway, and it has a lot of life. You know, you can really kind of like see where some of my rhythm, like Joan Jett kind of like, you know, Crash Diet, just like good old kind of riff, sleaze, punk rock, you know, influences come from. And I think, you know, it was a really fun track. Like, I started recording Runaway, and it just started to breathe on its own. So as I say, this video goes out at 8:30 tonight, so I'm guessing that you've seen all 3 videos that premiered tonight, and if you haven't, go check them out. I'm super proud of them. I think Ghost was well, let's come to that later in the show, but that's certainly like Tearfallz and the how it's evolved, the history of Tearfallz and how it's evolved. And I think, you know, the playing field is pretty wide. You know, I'm looking forward to you know, to working on new material, and you know, I've been lucky enough to play like festivals over the last 2 years. So I played the Calm Festival up in Wigan, which was amazing, and for a really good cause as well, mental health for the Calm Festival. And then you know, I did a West Midlands tour, which was really cool. You know, I think there was like 2 weeks of dates across the West Midlands, you know, ranging from Stoke, Stafford, Dudley, into Birmingham and surrounds. And then I was lucky enough to be asked to play Rock the Beacon Festival, and that was like the pinnacle of the West Midlands tour. And you know, we did I did Rock the Beacon with again a special guest, and so much fun, you know. And I think for many musicians for the last year, you know, to be, you know, to just be told to stop what you love doing has been incredibly hard. You know, it's hard for people who go to shows and support bands, and that's their, you know, that's their what they enjoy in life, that's their passion. But for musicians, you know, it's, you know, I like getting on stage, I like, you know, well, I like shouting and, like, you know, doing all this fun stuff. So I guess while I was unable to get on stage and kind of like do all the wild stuff, you know, to be able to sort of like stay at home and write some of the not Remnants, but some of the Tearfallz stuff, then, you know, I've been able to breathe more life into Tearfallz. So with that said, I've been booked for a festival north of Colchester, which is on the last bank holiday weekend of August, and I'm stoked to be on that festival. And I've also been asked to play another gig, Southend on Sea, which again is just the Tearfallz stuff. I think that's September/October. Still planning to do a Tearfallz UK tour. at the moment, even contacting pubs, open mic nights, it's so stilted at the moment that I just can't get those dates kind of locked in. So I'm hoping to do the tour maybe September, October time, and I think this will coincide with the EP release of the Tearfallz EP. The single is only £2.50, 3 tracks on the single, and £2.50, huh? You know, you could buy a coffee for less, more than £2.50. So there's going to be a QR code that goes up at 8 o'clock, I think, or 9 o'clock tonight, where you can purchase the CD. It will take you to a PayPal link. Just make sure you put your address in there, and then I can send you like the single. And it's my debut single, you know. As someone who's been fronting or singing or playing in bands for the last 25 years, you know, to be able to do something on a solo scale is, you know, is incredibly special. So I think the EP release will be around it's either going to be the 17th of September or the 17th of October. It's going to be one of those 2 dates, and it's going to be £5. There is talk of going into a studio and having special guests appear on the EP, but there's a lot to work out, and kind of like, you know, a lot to kind of, you know, work out really. We ended up doing #wait as the A side of tonight's single, just because it was really prominent with lockdown 2020, and, you know, being able to sort of find something quite special through lockdown. And I think the song's really strong, and you know, it was, I think it's radio friendly. I think it's, you know, it's quite catchy, like We're in Trouble, and you know, being the acronym for #wait, and yeah, you know, so, and then the idea, like, I think I sort of said, well, I think, you know, being able to release Runaway as a B-side and Ghost as a B-side just gives this kind of rounded package, you know, of what Tearfallz is about. And, you know, and also it's nice value for money, like £2.50 for 3 tracks, a hard copy CD, and you know, I can then, you know, anyone who humbly buys it, I can then put the money back into the Tearfallz and then create some t-shirts and stuff like that. So that's kind of the deal. But no, thank you for checking out tonight. Hopefully my Facebook Live went well. I may try and upload it onto this channel as well. And you know, thanks for checking out the singles. As I discussed, #wait is the A side, Runaway is the B side, but then Ghost kind of like came around where, like, I wanted to write a song about ghosts, and I had this sort of idea that it was going to be a ghost, sort of like almost like prog rock, but it didn't really come off, and I ended up sort of writing Ghost after watching oh god, what's it called? I always forget. Like Scrooge thing. Why can I never remember the title of that film? Is it like Christmas Carol? That's it. Christmas Carol. And yeah, the idea of like past and present ghosts kind of talking to you. And I sort of ran with that idea, but sort of tried to imagine, like, imagine your future ghost is like out there waiting for you. Like, you haven't quite got there. I mean, we've got this far in life, but, you know, like, imagine when you're like 20 and your ghost from today kind of goes back to when you're 20. It's like, it's mind-boggling. And anybody who's watched the video, I filmed it here in Brightlingsea, and I was walking around near midnight, and there's an orb that kind of follows like a few of the shots. It's like bouncing around the screen like crazy, and I come back and watch the video back, and I was like, man, that's crazy. Like, I genuinely don't have the ability or the video editing skills to run a dot like this all over the screen. You know, I just don't have the ability to do that. I think the last scene, which is down by the harbour, there was like 4, sort of like, there was like 1 here and then like 3 here. And they move over the screen and then they stop. These 3 go and then 1 stays. That's crazy. So that was Ghost. And there's something haunting about that track. Like, it's, you know, it's written in a very repetitive way. Like verse, chorus, verse, chorus, verse, chorus. To represent like past, present and future. And, you know, it's, it was... When I got home and I was doing the video for it and I was putting the lyrics over it, I was like, my God, that's like mental. So check out Ghost. Runaway was shot in Wivenhoe railway station. We, you know, like, it's really lucky catching the train kind of come in where, and I was like, that'd be mint, like, you know, just as the song kind of drops off and then like there's like a change in tempo and key. So I'm really pleased with how all the songs have come out, and I hope you've enjoyed tonight checking it out. So let's just hope we can kind of get out on the road, you know. As for the Remnants of Eden stuff, I've got my bass player who's up in Derby, and it's just been kind of like, I know I've got the EP release on the 17th of September / October, and I've wrote kind of like 1 song for Remnants, and I've got to get my head back into the game, so hence the hair. Let's go fucking, like, let's raise fire, you know, for Remnants, like, you know, and I'm really stoked for it. I love the IP. It is my last hurrah as a band, personally. I think I'm hoping to make this next band really something quite special that I can bring back to Birmingham, that we can take into London, and we can write some cool stuff. And you know, bands are crazy things. Sometimes they last 2 years, 5 years, 10 years. But this is my last one. It's just, like, you know, so I'm gonna pour my heart and soul into it. Yeah, I'm. It's just difficult right now with what's going on with the world. You know, you almost feel like you're on mute. But stuff is being written in the background. My bass player is amazing, and I can't wait to take to the stage with him once we found like a full-time drummer and a lead guitarist. I think I'm working on my lead, but you know, it's something that, you know, I want to work with the lead guitarist. So but no, Remnants of Eden, hopefully check, you know, I'm coming for you, Adam Ward, and all the promoters, you know, like Mr. Blade Promotions, and so many promoters out there, Sean Haynes, and you know what I mean, there's loads, because I'll miss loads, but you know, hopefully come back to Birmingham and bring a full loud band experience, you know, back to the, well, let's be honest, the home of rock. So that'd be really cool. I think that's about it, really. So that's the Remnant stuff. The Tearfallz stuff is I'm super proud of, and you know, anyone who checks it out or even buys a single, I say thank you from the bottom of my heart. And yeah, let's just you know, I look forward to seeing you all soon. Hopefully I can catch you on a UK tour. The planned locations are Edinburgh, Glasgow, Newcastle, Leeds, Liverpool, Manchester, Birmingham, possibly a detour to Leicester because I know someone there, mentioning no names, and then over to Cardiff, Bristol, London, and I've been invited to play over in Dublin, so I'd love to do Belfast as well. So t-shirts, I can't speak, t-shirts and merchandise is on its way. There's some really cool designs happening in the background, and I'm hoping to get a couple of t-shirts done for the festival that's late August. But again, you know, it's just been you know, money and various different obstacles, you know. But thank you once again for I hope you've had you know, for checking out Tearfallz tonight. If you've been watching the premieres, I think they were all released at 8 o'clock in the evening. So if you caught one, go back and check the other two out. And thank you once again. I'll see you soon. Take care.